Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I'm getting old. I should have figured life out by now. I'm already in my 30s or 40s or even 50s. Many of us grow up hearing the same phrase from older generation. You're still young. You don't know what it's like to be old yet. But something strange happens. As soon as people hit their 20s, 30s, or 40s, they start thinking they're already old. But what if that entire idea is flawed? Think about it. A 6-year-old might look at someone who's 40 and say, you're still young. A 40-year-old might look at someone who's 25 and say, you're just a kid. And a 25-year-old might look at a 20-year-old and think, they're so young. Everyone feels older than the people behind them, but younger than the people ahead of them. So what's the truth? Let's look at it in a different way. Let's look at it mathematically. Let's try a different way to look at life. Imagine life was graded like school, just like when you were a student getting grades on a test. Now let's assume something simpler. Let's say a full life equals to 100 years. That means 100 years equal to 100%. Just like getting 100% on a test. Now here's where things get interesting. In most schools, 70% is considered a passing grade. Anything below that is failing. So let's apply that same grading scale to life. If 100 years equals to 100%, then 70 years old equals to 70%. That would technically be the first moment you could call yourself old. And even then, it's just barely passing. What about 60 years old? That would equate 60%. Some school might consider that barely passing, others consider it failing. But even if you call it passing, it usually doesn't count for credit, meaning you might feel old, but mathematically, it still doesn't carry much weight. Now think about everything below 60 years old. 55 years old, that's 55%. 40 years old, 40%. 30 years old, 30%. That's an F grade. And imagine someone proudly saying, yeah, I got an F, but it was a 55%. I almost passed. I'm way smarter than the guy who got a 41%. From the outside, an F is still an F. That's what it sounds like when people say things like, I'm already in my 40s. I'm almost 50. I'm getting older. In reality, compared to a full life, you're still failing the age test, which means something important. You're not old. You're still early. And that realization changes everything. If you're between 20 and 60 years old, you're still very early in the game. You still have time to start a new career, learn new skills, travel the world, get healthy, build a relationship, create something meaningful, or completely reinvent your life. Maybe you think you messed up earlier in life. Maybe you chose the wrong career. Maybe you wasted years doing something you didn't love. But when you look at life mathematically, you realize something powerful. You still have plenty of percentage left and plenty of time to write the rest of your story. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm getting old, remember the math. If you're under 70, you're still failing the age test, which means you're still young, so stop acting like your life is over. You still have time to grow, time to learn, time to explore, and time to become the person you were meant to be. Your story isn't ending. In many ways, it's just getting started.